Hey, I like the live camera here. This song is called Squiggly Lines. The Brooklyn Cafe Show, thank you for having me today. And the live studio audience, appreciate the love and support. Yeah, I go by the name of More or Less, but you can call me Bradley Morales whenever you'd like. Hey, I've been moving, flowing off with this motion, and it's been different, getting lost in emotion, and I've been sipping, mixing all these potions, with the vision, caught away from the ocean. Listen, the flow is so equivalent. We wake up, we getting it. My pay cuts are dividends. Tell me what you swimming in. My flow so magnificent. Go and get a bigger tent. Lost control, please don't hit the median. Life is a lemon, I'm squeezing a lime. We right on time, I beg that it's fine, it's prime and it's ripe. Pipe, highlight of my mind. Squiggly lines too many times. Ease of the mind, release of the sunshine. No mistake that we all here at the same time. I grabbed it, it's mine. Night, highlight of my mind. Rolling it tight, pass me the lights. Hit it, I pass it, I'm leaving. Focus on breathing. What do you believe in? Hey, I've been moving, flowing off with this motion, and it's been different, getting lost in emotion, and I've been sipping, mixing all these potions, with the vision, caught away from the ocean. Hey, truly I'm high in my mind, but the beat matched my spirit. Rolling through the hood and I got my seat back and the chick relaxing with me. Always had mad ambitions, turn these rags to riches. From the crack house to the penthouse to the big house with the mass extension. I have a massive obsession, blocking your passive aggression. I give you dab like a bread run. I don't wanna have to do red rum. I leave them strapped for the breadcrumbs. Smoke so much weed I got dead lungs. I still be high when the sun comes. I've been moving, flowing off with this motion, and it's been different, getting lost in emotion, and I've been sipping, mixing all these potions, with the vision, caught away from the ocean. Good afternoon, Boca Raton. Make some noise, Brooklyn Cafe. Appreciate that. You know, the wine started to kick in. The donuts are giving us that sugar that we need. This next song is my latest single called Alone. I'm excited to share it with you guys based off my recent life experiences. You guys enjoy that? Yeah. This one will be a little more upbeat. Hey. Being alone. It's been hard. Hey. It's hard to see clear when I drank a dozen. It's hard to be alone, it's hard to have hard discussion. Avoid my phone, distractions, all the repercussion. Had to find a zone, speaking to my cousin. This shit is crazy, life is crazy, ain't it, cousin? Play the percussion, we up to something, we keep it bumping. My heart bleeding, now I'm hot like the oven. The loss was sudden, what could it summon? My speakers bumping, I've been okay with that. I'm not okay, no more laying back. Your love is lost, your love is alone, you gotta pay it back. Stop hating that. Hard emotions, I learned to be okay with that. My people moving oceans, we are all chosen. Just mixed a little potion, got my heart open. Cold water soaking, now I'm floating. Moving through emotions, my body's still in motion, I'm alone. Hey. No, it's been hard being alone. gotta let go. Not because I want to, because I said so. Cold water, breath flow, heart bleed like a dead soul. Stop dying for the retro, deep love I had to let go. It's hard to believe it, I am not conceited, and I'm heading to the top, fire dragon breathing. You gotta believe it, you gotta see it, heart warm like the season, my cabbage reeking. Hey, catch a feel and I'm feeling real. Standing still, and the wheels, they spinning still. Catch me in my wishing well. Well, how you feeling? I cannot tell. Gotta make time to heal. Even when I sign a deal, I still be healing still. Hold your heart, take a breath, then be still. Hope you be well, my sheets clean, no smell. For real, had to face my fears just to make it here. Let me make this clear, it's hard as hell to make it here. There I am, and here I appear. True magician, I'm standing here. Hey, what I do is magic. What happened was tragic. Heal and let it go. Water on plastic. I'm moving past this. I'm in the present, not the past tense. It was that tense. I'm alone and I have sense. Make some noise, studio crowd. Appreciate you guys loving and supporting me all this time. No, it's been Thank you.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful rainy Tuesday.
I think the sun's out.
You know, it ain't a party until April shows up. April in the house, Dawn sisters in the house.
I got the family in the house, kind of nice. So, see, nothing like family.
From beginning to end, you got the rap star over there, nice music, nice
Bradley
beat.
is our extended family, absolutely 100%, and Macy's extended family, and
I remember her when she was this big.
right, a whole lot of things to talk about.
That was almost 9 years ago now.
Right, up at iHeart back in the day.
I remember that. Wow, throwback Tuesday.
A lot of good stuff. Nothing like kicking off the show. So we're a little late with some wine and some bread for you, Malume.
You got to put it on a
plate.
On a plate. You know what a plate looks like?
Go back to your serving days. She's good. She's going to take all her experience from that
put it on her
restaurant.
arm
She's going to go like this.
right?
She's going to serve the bread
She
from her arm.
cuts the bread on her arm. You ever seen that?
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to our midday show. Wow, I'm excited that we had more or less Mr. Bradley Morales joining us, opening our show. Bradley has an incredible story, and his sister Macy, she's got an amazing story. They're separate, but not really, but their stories each are so spectacular. They're going to stand on their own and then talk about what it's like moving forward. And Bradley's journey is truly amazing, where he is and now how he gets grounded. So I've been following him on social media. I got to see him for Passover. My cousin Eileen and all her friends are in the house. And what he does in the morning is not what you think he does in the morning. I'm going to let him share what he does in the morning. Okay. It's all clean, good stuff. It's like Dawn morning, not Freddie morning.
Oh. Whoa.
And how they do what they do, and moving forward, you know, this day and age, it's so hard. Everyone's on social media and scrolling and music and all the things that are out there. I just saw a new study that came out that kids are spending so much time on screen time that the Academy of Pediatrics has now come out with the C's, not the C's of diamonds, the C's of getting your kids off screen time, which goes to Helga's platform that we're going to talk about on Monday for Mrs. International 2024. about addiction and screen times and how we keep our kids away from it, especially when content is included.
Carpal tunnel syndrome is on the uprise, by the way.
That's another C.
That's another That's where I got it
know.
from. I saw it this morning. They say it's up on the rise because all we do is on our phones.
That
You
and my
ever wonder
neck.
why and your neck? You put your neck on the phone?
No, we're always like this. It's like texting neck. and
Why
thumbs.
is it that we're human beings and we have thumbs?
We
Do you
got
know
opposable
why?
thumbs.
Do you know why? For the phone.
You know what they say? If you scroll with your index finger, you're old.
So what are you
apparently-
supposed to use, your tongue?
I don't know what they use to scroll with.
What do you scroll with?
We scroll with our thumb.
With your thumb, right?
See,
But now we have this kind of,
they've had extra bridge.
Do you know I have a callus here?
yeah.
From holding the phone in my pinky,
Do you scroll with your thumb?
I scroll with all 5 fingers. I go like this. Sometimes they play games. You ever seen the games that they have on your phone? And you gotta tap it? Well, you gotta tap it like you're typing. Yeah, gotta go like this. You gotta tap, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta tell you, it
That's
ain't
why
a
she
party.
doesn't have a mic.
It ain't a party. Yes, but you put it here to hold it up, and I got a callus here, and it hurts.
So apparently you're old. If you scroll with your finger, you got to scroll with your thumb. And what, now you can hold it
Now you're gonna
Hold it
see
like
what
this?
thumb you scroll it with?
like
You're
this?
strange, you know?
I don't know. I'm thinking of Macy
Yeah,
says
you know,
she has
you-
like a bridge here.
Dawn's problem is that Dawn's nails are too long. I
Fact.
don't know how you can do anything with the nails, how you tap. So she
Don't.
has to use her fingers.
I'm watching her already. No.
How do you, with long nails, you have long nails too?
Yes.
You do. How do you scroll, how do you type?
My sister's in the house.
Ain't a party till April's here.
I know. All right, let's bring this over to Bradley and talk a little bit about your music. You have a mic, Bradley? Yes.
I do.
How did all your, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with your rap music.
Yeah, no, I think it's on. I think they can hear me back there.
Yeah.
Starting with the hip hop. Yeah, so hip hop has been a journey of mine for over 15 years. And in the last 5 years, I've taken it to a new level. It started with poetry at a young age, where I was using poetry as an expression, would share that with my English teacher and peers, and they gassed me up and said, "You're really good at this." So I continued to write, and through the years of culture and close friends, they got me into, I was inspired to get into hip hop. So in the last 5 years, since 2019, I've wanted to elevate that and see what it took to really put music out, to share with others and take that to a new level. So that's kind of how I got to where I'm at today.
But your lyrics, what inspires you?
So much. I mean, life experiences, the loss of both parents and the upbringing that myself and my sister have been through have inspired my lyrics. My growth mindset has inspired my lyrics, and so much. And it's so fun for me to take my experiences and turn them into an art form.
And that's what I'm so impressed with, is knowing the background that you guys came from, and I don't know if you want to share any of it. You could have gone another way, but you chose and choose to stay positive and in a growth mindset. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's been a journey. It starts with ourselves, but most importantly, it starts with our family and chosen family who have supported us throughout this time. And it is a self choice. You've heard of the term of bringing a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So my sister and I have made the choice to choose growth, to choose life, to choose healthier choices. So it's a combination of support that we've chosen, family that we've chosen, our family that is in our lives still. So definitely it's a multifaceted inspiration that continues to fuel our fire.
It's interesting. He has every morning ritual. On Mondays, we try to do a Monday mindset motivation show. Yesterday, we got cut short a little bit because there was a fire next door. Literally, they shut us down early. But what is your morning routine? I couldn't even explain it because I try and then my podcasts go too fast and then I start scrolling and I totally lose focus.
Yeah,
what is your morning routine?
The morning routine started for me in December. My partner and I separated she moved out in November, and for me that was a sign as heartbreak ignites a lot of people to deepen that connection for themselves, that love for themselves, or to just change in multiple ways. So my morning routine involves a ceremonial cacao beverage that I purchased locally through a great friend who's very known in the community. The cacao is a heart opener. It's a chocolate beverage, nothing psychoactive, but it is a very nice way to set some intentions and drink the beverage. I then go into a 5 to 15 minute, depending on my morning, insight timer meditation. Insight timer is a app that allows any teachers, healers, musicians to put their content on there for free. And then I actually do a prayer, tefillin prayer, Jewish Orthodox male prayer. I wasn't raised religious, but I am Jewish, and I believe for me it's a spiritual, physical practice that I'm able to connect with God, set more intentions or have the same intentions verbally, out loud. I could, in those moments, ask God for things. I could, pray for people around me and for myself. And after the cacao meditation prayer is done, I cold plunge. I have a deep freezer set up at my home to about 45-degree water that I submerge my body in for 2 to 3 minutes. So the whole morning takes 45 minutes to an hour. I've actually taken a step back on the cold plunging and have done it from doing it every day to about 3 to 4 times a week. I felt like the everyday was great, although I was kind of rushing it. So now I look more forward to the weekends or days that I'm working from home that I can really take more time. So the whole morning routine has really helped me step into the present moment, especially with putting my body in cold water. It's it's a little bit of a shocker, but it also really brings me into the moment, and the amount of dopamine that I receive from the cacao, from the cold plunge. My mornings are like floating on a cloud. So that's a little bit about my morning routine. So thank you.
And that sets you up for the day.
Big time. People in my close circle have, seen me in a new light. They said, you're very more present. You're, people talk to me like, hey, did you just wake up? I said, no, I'm just, starting my morning. It's just that what they're sensing is as a very like grounded, calm, present person. With my job, I deal with a lot of emergencies throughout the day, so I'm able to really dissect them, go through them, take my time, and it's really supported my mental and physical health as well.
Oh my gosh, you've grown so much. The job you have is incredible. And you've created all of this. I don't want to say on your own because you have an amazing extended family and people that love and support you. But ultimately it comes down to you and your mindset and what you choose to do with life. This family is just so amazing. You've never met Bradley before. You've got a concert coming up also, May 10th?
May 10th at Lauderdale Brewery in Fort Lauderdale. I have several artists who are joining me. Behind the Houses, who's a local band to Hollywood, and Matt Brown, who's a local musician all throughout South Florida, who plays a 6-string bass and keyboard and sings. So it's going to be an amazing show, free show. It's an amazing venue, and hope you all can make it.
Where is it, in Hollywood?
It's in Fort Lauderdale. It's a brewery called Lauder Ale.
Very cool.
What time does the concert start?
It starts at, the venue starts at 7 p.m. Music starts from 8 to 11.
Lauderdale.
What's that, next Thursday? I'm trying to think of the
Next
dates.
Friday night.
Next Friday night.
Yep.
Cool.
Very cool. All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come on the other side of the break. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. More to come. We'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Ant Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Ant Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something This world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine.
G-Man's
And
going
we're
to get
back.
Helen a chair. What a day.
We got people. Oh, we got a surprise for all of you. We're going to tell you your horoscopes. Horoscopes. All right, so where we're going to go next?
We have to tell you to get your tickets. May 14th is the J.C. Dreesen concert live at the Movies of Delray. Get your tickets at events.amp2.tv. Tickets start at $18. VIP are 23 groups of 10 or more. Get a $2 discount.
I think I found what the VIPs are going to enjoy.
If you wait long enough, the wine is amazing. The olive oil.
Olive
I'm glad
oil.
Passover is passed over.
Did you like
and
it?
we're done.
Did you like the wine? Did you like the olive oil? Yes? I think we have the consensus for the VIP.
You got
The
it?
special we're going to do for the mom. Because it's also 2 days after Mother's Day, so we're telling people to buy a ticket, bring your mom.
Happy
Is
birthday.
it? Oh, we got to sing you happy birthday then. Oh, I got to make you a super Freddie special. Watch out now.
I should hope so. Yes.
No, we'll give you
Another cup of
both.
coffee?
We'll give you both and somebody to pop out of a cake or something. Miss Casey.
I've knighted Freddie, the hospitality committee. I think he makes a great hospitality committee, right? You serve well.
Luna Rosa, and tomorrow's show, we're also going to feature him. He's a singer as well. And wait till you hear his voice. He blow the roof off this place. But Luna Rosa is the wine and the olive oil sitting over there. We're going to try to distribute some of this stuff so you guys could buy it. But all in all, not a bad
And the vineyard, his vineyard that he owns and all of this wine and olive oil is from, is located in Sicily. He's just joining us in America for about a month, trying to get distribution rights and importing over here for this wine and delicious olive oil. So if you're interested or have any questions, you can always contact us right here at the studio at 888-994-4995.
Now, I got to hold this
You got to
up.
love this.
You gotta hold
you
that
can't
up.
hold it. I can hold it.
Well, I can hold it, but I shouldn't hold it.
You shouldn't hold it.
So this is a glass that was sent to us.
This is a great glass.
From a friend from Canada who's now in Vegas.
Is she?
Yes, and she's supposed to be coming to Florida. And they make these, and they put
It
the
is so cool.
characters on them. And Dawn, you look very tall in that glass.
What did it say, like a tall glass of water? That's it.
That's some of the things they say, but okay.
You look very beautiful.
Thank you. So come on out and join our fun live in the studio audience. As you can see, we've got our audience in today or at the J.C. Dreesen concert on May 14th. We got a nice crew, and they're doing all kinds of good stuff.
All right, where are we going next?
We're going to talk to Macy more or less. Macy Morales. Macy has been part of our extended family for the past 11 years, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Macy was brought into our family by my sister through JAFCO. And she was one of our first guests back at our original studio in iHeart. And that had to have been, 9 years ago, right? We've been doing this for about 9 years.
I remember that.
And she came, she was sharing her story, but you talk about a story of resilience and hope. Bradley is amazing. Macy is spectacular. And what a family you guys have together. The two of you as siblings and then the extended family. And Macy has done speaking for the Dave Thomas Foundation. She's a huge advocate for foster care. And I'm going to have her share her story. And she is going for her second master's right now.
Yes.
So proud of her. So welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me here today. I'm super grateful to be here today and also support my brother in his music. I've always been around his music.
You can even take that out if you want to hold it. Makes it easier.
No, I don't want to
You're
hold
good,
it.
okay.
Yeah, my hands are not working. No, I'm just kidding. I'll hold it. So yeah, it's really great to be here and support my brother. He has always been into music, and one of the reasons why I love hip hop is because of him. He had always had it playing, and I think in the midst of the chaos of our upbringing, it was really nice for us to kind of connect on that level. And so yeah, I just want to share a little bit about my story and just where I am today. And the whole reason why I am a foster care advocate is because I was adopted as a teenager, adopted 6 weeks before I turned 18. Into a beautiful, loving family, the Keene family. They have been so embraceful and opening their arms and letting me in and really showing me that unconditional love. So I was born in Miami to a middle-class family. My father was a mechanic. He worked on elevators, and my mother was a cruise ship agent. Normal class family, I guess, living in Miami, and we had a lot of parties. with those parties, there was a lot of substances around, meaning alcohol and drugs. And unfortunately, that is what resulted into the death of my father when I was 2 years old. So I don't really remember him. And the year after that, I became very sick. The cause of how it happened is unknown. But I lost both of my hearing in both ears, so now I wear hearing aids as a result of that. And my mother became, extremely depressed, as you can imagine. Waking up to the death of, your husband must have been really horrific for her. And, it was a really rough childhood for me. We grew up very poor. We lived off of food stamps. I was kind of the girl with the sad story at school. That was what I was known for. But I did have a huge support system. And I like to say that it was kind of like a blessing in disguise because of my hearing loss. I had, special accommodations at the school that I went to. So there were a lot of people there who were very involved in my life. And as I have gotten older, around the age of 11, I was sitting at home watching Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and I went to go get cookie dough out of the refrigerator, raw cookie dough, because, cookie dough is really good when it's raw. We love salmonella. And I, was sitting on the couch, and the couch is my bedroom. I had never had my own bedroom up until that point. And I heard a knock on the door, and I was like, oh, okay, well, somebody's here. And so I peeped through the window, and I noticed that it was the cop. It was the probational officer. My mother had been arrested before. So he was coming in to check in on, what was going on and seeing, how my mother was doing. And at that time,
how old were you?
I was about 10 years old. It was a week before my birthday in July. I'm a Leo, by the way. We love Leos. And so he came in. And at this time, we were also living with my mother's abusive boyfriend. He was not abusive towards us, but he was very violent towards my mother. So I experienced a lot of violence as well. And so the cop came in, they did a search, and they did find drugs in her possession. So unfortunately, she was arrested and taken away from us, along with her boyfriend. Now, I didn't really care about the boyfriend, but of course, it's definitely devastating to see your own mother being arrested. And luckily, at the time, Bradley was actually 18, so we were not taken away. But the bad side of that is that we were just sort of abandoned there and trying to figure out what to do next. And because we were very isolated from the rest of our biological family, for a culmination of a different reasons, we were kind of like the black sheep of the family, but also our family was just not very involved in our life. And fortunately enough, one of my mother's friend was also a cruise ship agent, so she had my aunt as a client. So she had her contact information, and she reached out to her, and she told her what was going on. So, we were taken in. My brother went to go live with my grandparents, who lived 10 minutes from my aunt's house, and I was taken under her care. And I also have an aunt in New York as well, so I would go. I spent the rest of my summer in New York, and then for the school year, it was decided that I would stay with my aunt. Now, life seems great. I finally get my own room. She painted it hot pink, which hot pink was not my color, but, I was very grateful for the life that I guess I was given in the circumstances, and, finally being able to attend school. I had failed third grade because I had missed so much school. I had lice. So it was nice to finally to attend school and really be involved. And, as I'm getting older, let me backtrack a little bit. About 3 months later, my mother was let out of jail, and that's how I received my phone for the first time, so I can be able to communicate with her in jail. And so she, she got released from jail. Then she was court ordered to a halfway house, which, for those who don't know, is kind of like a rehab center for those who, spend their time and, working on their recovery. But she signed herself out, and she went to a motel where she met up with her boyfriend that lived with us, and then unfortunately overdosed. She was taken to the hospital, and we did get to see her, and family flew in, and she was there for about a week before she passed away. I woke up to the news, and it was definitely devastating, but I went straight to my room, and I started writing her obituary to, really say my goodbyes. So it was my new life where I was going to be living with my aunt, and, as I'm growing as a teenager, realizing that I'm an orphan, I became very suicidal, very depressed, very angry. But what I know now is that behind every anger that someone has, there's always vulnerability in sadness and in fear. And that's what I was really experiencing. And so I had therapy, and, you know, there's only so much that you can do in therapy when you're in a toxic environment. So, you know, my aunt, while I am grateful that she was able to take me in, it wasn't a great environment. I basically had to raise myself, and she was very emotionally and mentally abusive. So it just eventually got to the point where I, you know, couldn't deal with her anymore. I got in contact with your sister, April, who is the absolute light in my life.
You at JAFCO at this point?
I was not, but there was someone who had a contact with JAFCO who donated to JAFCO, and so they had like a big brother, big sister kind of program, but it's called Forever Friends. So I was chosen with April, and it was essentially kind of like an interview where she's here today, by the way, and yeah, huge shout out to her. And so we just connected from the very first day, and she learned that food was my love language, so anytime she took me out, you know, we would, you know, just eat food. I was never one to ask for money or any materialistic stuff. That's just not my thing. I just really wanted that love and food. So, yeah, so there was a day where I was just fighting with my aunt constantly, and I, you know, was dropped off by April, and my aunt came outside, and she looked at April, and she was like, I can't take care of Macy anymore. Like, can you help me? And April looked at her, and she said, I'm here for Macy. I'm not here for you. But she did fight for me, and she begged my whole entire family to really try to take care of me and take me in so that I wouldn't be entering the foster care system. Unfortunately, they decided to sign their, you know, rights away, their legal guardianship over me, and that's when I was signed into JAFCO. And JAFCO, you know, I've had my fair share of experiences with JAFCO. It just wasn't the best experience for me, but I will say that, you know, it is a great facility for those who are, you know, needing a place to stay. I got my own room, I got my own bathroom, and they have really nice trips that you can go on, and, you know, gift from donations and all those sorts of things. But I was missing that love. I was missing that care and that stability that I really needed. And I just had convinced myself that I was so institutionalized that I don't need any love. I don't need any care. I just need to age out and do my own. I had April and Leah. I had my brother. And that was it. That was it for me. And so by this time, I'm 16, I'm entering high school, and, well, I actually already in high school in my sophomore year, entering the group home that I was in, and I was finally able to participate in extracurricular activities, so I decided to join the drama program. Not much of one to be behind the camera, actually in front of the camera, but I am one to be more behind the camera, so I worked on the set. I'm an artist in a different way than Bradley. He's a singer, but I am more of an artist, you know, hands-on with painting and drawing and photography and those sorts of things. So I'm in love with this room. Anyways, so yes, I did the set building and designing, and you know, Mrs. Keene, who at the time was kind of like my ESC support facilitator, essentially just helping kids with disability. She was very involved in the drama program as her own biological daughter was in there. And so she was very involved, and she, you know, came by one day and we saw each other, and I was like, hey, how are you? How's it going? And she's like, oh, I'm good. How's it going with you? I heard that you had to enter the group home. Like, how has that been for you? And I was like, oh, you know, it's fine. Everything's great, you know. I was very aloof, and, you know, I was very used to sharing my story. I was kind of like an open book. And, you know, I told her, oh, you know, I got to swim with the dolphins because there was this organization that wanted me to swim with the dolphins, but in exchange, I had to talk about wanting to be adopted. I had no interest in being an adopted, but I just wanted to swim with the dolphins. Like, who doesn't want to swim with the dolphins, right?
I saw that video, was amazing.
Yeah, so I didn't even want to talk. I'm hard of hearing, so I also know sign language, so I actually signed the whole entire time I was there just to swim with the dolphins. And so anyway, so I showed her that video, and she was like, oh, I had no idea that you wanted to be adopted. And I was like, not really. You know, I was still in touch with my biological family at the time. I didn't want to feel like I was betraying them. And I said, you know what? Who wants to adopt a 17-year-old anyways? I said that, totally aloof, and that was very normal for me. I went back to my set, and that was it. But for my, Mrs. Keene at that time, she was just like so struck in that moment. And the way that she says it is that she felt like it clicked in her head where she was like, this is my child, and I need to know how to make this happen. So, long story short, 9 months later, like a pregnancy, I was adopted. 6 weeks shy of my 18th birthday. It was a very fast process, but nothing was, missed. We still did all the right things. But now, 9 years later, I am 25 years old now. I have my master's from FIU, and I have just been advocating for foster care and just really being able to shine a light on teenagers, because 5% of teenagers are adopted, and those who age out of the foster care system within 2 years, 50% of them are either homeless or incarcerated. 10% of children who age out actually go to college, and of that 10%, 3% really graduate. So there's a lot of statistics that are really weighing on my shoulders, and I think having that perseverance mindset, not only with our chosen family surrounded by us and just really able to support us, but I think, through all that bad in our life, we've also been really fortunate enough to see the good in life. So I think that's what has
proud
really.
Of you.
Yes, thank you.
And until you're telling a story, I forget you're hearing impaired.
Yes, thank you.
Because you've grown so much, even since I've known you. Your speech is amazing, and for someone who doesn't like to talk, you just did about 25 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
And there's not a dry eye, I think, in the studio, because your story and your resiliency of hope and how you keep going. You also told me that if someone is in the system for more than 6 months, you go to FIU.
Yeah, so fortunately enough, in the state of Florida, if you are in the system for more than 6 months at a time, consecutive months, you are eligible for a free college tuition or to go to a technical school until the age of 28.
That's amazing.
And so to this day, I have not paid a single dime towards my education. So it's really great. And, April and I, we kind of joke that I'm kind of like the lucky orphan. I've had so much bad in my life, but I've also been able to really experience the good that has come out of it. And so, yeah, I'm really grateful.
And what are your degrees in?
So my first master's is in organizational psychology, and what that means is essentially it's not clinical, where we talk about your childhood and unpacking all of that, but more so about work. How do we spend a third of our lives working, and I think that it's important to really understand the environment in that. So it's a lot of just like development, training, working with a good manager. How do you train someone? Job analysis, those sorts of things. And my second master's, I got out from my first master's, and I was like, oh, I majored in psychology, but if I'm going to be working in corporate America or consulting businesses, I have no idea what business is. Like, I had no, a strong foundation of that. So I thought that it was important for me to get an MBA, which is what I'm studying right now.
Wow.
Thank you.
Talk about a story of hope and resilience.
All rolled up into one.
She's pretty amazing. You guys are just absolutely spectacular.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that Bradley and I have been really to grow our relationship. We hadn't been living with each other since, our mother was arrested. So he was 18, I was 10 at the time. And so I think that we both had to understand each other's perspective. And, up until a couple years ago, we really started to understand, our life wasn't so great, or he needed to understand my perspective. And we could not have been any closer today. And I'm just so proud of him and the man that he is today.
Wow, I'm so proud of both of you guys. And April, I have to thank you, because without you doing what you do, we wouldn't all be here. Certainly not in this perspective. So thank you. All right. Wow. Let's take a commercial break, have some more Freddie coffee. I think everyone might need a refill. And let's talk to Bradley and Macy, and we'll be right back. We also have Helen joining us, Helen Archer. If you're into Leo and astrology, Cosmic Astrology Society is in the house. So more to come on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last. Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do, and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you don't even have any feeling at all. These symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. That is 754-222-6642, or visit us online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome back. Our hospitality committee is serving the studio audience, so he will be back after he makes some more Freddie coffee for those of you that have been into the studio. And before we move, I guess we're already into our 1 o'clock hour. I just wanted to do a quick segment with Bradley and Macy together. I did not realize you guys were 8 years apart, and look how close you are. So I'm going to see what it's like growing up together and how far you've come. I know, Bradley, you got to get back to work. And talk to you both a little bit. You let us know where you want to go with this, Bradley and Macy. How's it been for you guys to get reacquainted? Just got to talk into each.
I think that, because there's such a huge gap in our life, through this healing process of really unpacking our trauma and like what our childhood was really like, I think it was really healing for Bradley to really share everything that I don't remember, and that's kind of like what I want to share on. I don't really remember because of our childhood. I also struggle with PTSD. So with PTSD, I have a lot of gaps in my childhood. So I think that Bradley is really great at kind of reminding me of the good things that we did have in life. Yeah. What else did anyone ask?
Yeah, I think it took me a while personally to put myself in Macy's shoes and really understand her perspective. Like she said earlier, I was living with my grandparents, and I understood everything on their side of the story, everything from my aunt, who was the guardian of my sister at the time, from my aunt in New York, from the whole family. So that's all I knew, and I didn't see things in any other way. And it really took a moment where I actually chose not to go to my sister's graduation over a football game, which really sparked some conflict in between us, which actually that conflict rose to, us having a deeper, several sets of conversations to say, for myself, to really understand where Macy was coming from. I was a part of her life the entire time, just not in her perspective the entire time. So that was really the spark that really ignited our current relationship.
And I think that you were very involved in your own world, and I think that that's what made you realize. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Made you realize, Macy had different experiences. Like, for example, one of the things that we talked about is, he was 10 when my father died. So for the first 10 years of our life, he lived in one house, or maybe two. I think it was one.
Yeah, one
in one house. And when we talked about my life, I was 2 years old when my father died, and every year after that, we lived in a different place. So to have that instability really showed Bradley, oh, wait, Macy's childhood maybe wasn't so great. For the first 10 years of his life, he had that kind of like normal of stability. It wasn't the best circumstances, but he at least had that kind of both parents present and involved in his life, whereas my childhood was basically the downfall of the Morales family, and I never had really, my brother talks about how my mom would cook all the time. I don't remember a single dish that she made, and he would talk about how funny my father was, and I obviously don't remember him because I was 2 at the time. So there was a lot of things that we really had to sit down and understand each other's perspective and really just go from there and healing and to this amazing people that we are today.
Let me ask you both, because you both have overcome great adversity. From great adversity comes great redemption and great hope. What words of advice, both of you, because I know it's going to be different, do you have for people watching that are saying, my life is this, I was born into this negative family, and is it something you can constantly say, you can fall back on and saying, this is why I'm negative or why I'm not nice? How do you overcome adversity to this, to where you both sit now? What words of inspiration do you have?
Well, I majored in psychology, so I think, studying that, it caused a lot of reflection towards myself, and there's this thing called an external locus of control and an internal locus of control. When you have an external locus of control, it's very easy to blame your environment, blame other people, blame whatever it is, and things are out of your control. Whereas in an internal locus of control, you are really kind of taking that accountability. And I think it's definitely hard. I'm not taking away from being in a really difficult environment where there's only so much that you can do, but I think that we have to remind ourselves that we only have one life to live, and it's really what you make of it. My brother also, I don't know where you got the sticker from, but he got the sticker that I have on my phone, and it says, choose love. And I think that, it's very easy for us to resort to anger and sadness and whatnot. Yes, there it is. But I think that when we wake up with the intention of choosing love, despite of whatever circumstances, your life will just go so much more farther.
How about you,
farther.
Bradley?
And I think that, one more thing that I want to add. One more thing I want to add. I think that, especially if we're talking to a person who's really difficult or causing us a lot of stress and distress, I think that we need to remind ourselves that people's projection is only a reflection of themselves and their trauma and their insecurities. So when you take that and you take a step back, you start to realize, wow, this person is just hurting. Like I said, behind a lot of anger, there's a lot of vulnerability, there's a lot of sadness, and there's a lot of fear. We're humans. We're a little tiny being on this little tiny rock floating in the space, and so, we have to just make the best out of it while we can.
I just said that this morning. We're just this one little dot in this whole great universe of the moon and the stars and the sun and the planets. Here we are. We got to make the best of what we got. And Bradley, you put yourself through college, so congratulations to you for all that you worked your way through school to get your degree to this amazing job that you have. What would you tell people that come from an adverse childhood? How do you keep going?
So for me, it's been such a journey, and I've always had this drive to really not look back and just kind of continue. And so much so that it was actually not good that I did not look back, because I've had a lot of avoidance tendencies. Drugs and alcohol were a big part of my life from the ages of 16 to 30. And a lot of work that I've personally done. In 2019, I did a transformational training called Gratitude. Gratitude was the name of the company. That training was life-changing for me. It was group-style training, kind of similar to Tony Robbins kind of work, really diving into the self along with others. And until I did that training, I really got a different perspective on myself. It kind of really just cracked me open, and that's for me when the real work began, when I could really see how I showed up in the world and see all these things that I was choosing. And, it's a practice of where I'm at, and because how far my sister and I have come to today, healing itself is a lifelong journey, and I think that goes for everybody. And choosing ourselves first is the biggest step. You can either be a victim to this life or in your experiences, or you can be a creator. And for myself, it's really just continuing to grow, continuing to have my morning routine, and really just being intentional about what I do and what we do, and deepening that relationship between each other. And it's only going to get deeper and stronger. And it's there's so many different aspects of life that got me to this moment, and so many different people who have supported us and loved us along the way. And so there's no one fix, but one thing is just to choose ourselves, to choose love, and to really be easy with ourselves as well. I've gotten into this work, and I'm like, I gotta meditate, I gotta do this thing, and if I don't, it's okay, and when I look at it as a practice, healing and feeling and experiencing, it's okay, because I know that I get to be human as well in this little planet. My sister
I was listening today to a podcast, and they said when routine becomes ritual, it becomes part of your life. So you get to do life, and you get to have these opportunities to grow. And Macy, when you're up in front of an incredible thousands and thousands group of people doing motivational speaking, I'm coming.
For sure.
And because I know you're going to be there. And Bradley and Macy, with the book, the record, the album, whatever you put out, please let us know so we can help promote all the greatness that you guys do. And I don't even know, Macy, they say if you touch one person's soul, you made a difference.
Definitely.
Well, you've touched more than one in this studio today.
For sure.
And I thank you both for all that you do. And April, thank you for bringing them forward.
Thank you.
You're quiet. Anything?
I'm listening.
I think Bradley's got to get back to work. We're going to take a commercial break. Thank you both so much from the bottom of our hearts. I love you so much. April, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We got more to come. I think Helen's here. She's going to, I don't know if Macy's leaving, but Helen wants to dive into your astrology chart. So if you're a Leo, don't miss out. If you're any other astrological sign, Helen will tap into that as well. The Cosmic Astrology Society with Helen Archer coming on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
Oh, no.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Love it. Happy birthday. And we're back. Thank you for the countdown. Don't leave. They got some news
Bradley,
for you.
go sit next to Helen. She's got questions
Sit next
for
to
you.
you. They're going to give you your horoscope.
So we've got Helen Archer here of the Cosmic Astrology Society, and no donuts and no chocolate for you until you're finished, because we got a lot of information to cover.
Put anything in her mouth.
No more food for Helen until she's done doing her readings.
So I want to say about,
How cute are they?
that you are.
Beautiful.
You're a person who understands future trends. You're very creative. You enjoy groups and you get involved with groups. The positive side of Aquarius is you have a cause and you're helping to make the world a better place. The negative side of Aquarius is you get in with the wrong people and you get led astray. So what happened is you said at age 28, was it, that you went through a transformation. And what happens at age 28
Stop.
is Saturn comes back to the place where it was when you were born. And this is like a self-realization that you can no longer go on the path that you have gone on in the past. All the negative things that happened in your life, all the negative like drugs and friends and people no longer fit. And you have to look at yourself and say, if I keep going the way I'm going, I'm not going to make it. So you made the choice to step above all that and get yourself together. And so you went through a maturing process and you came out at the other end as a much better person. And here you are today accomplishing a lot, and we love you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, Pluto has gone into Aquarius at the beginning of January. This is a cycle that lasts until 2044. So this is your real transformation, and it's your opportunity to go global with your talent, with your brand, and with your activities. So I think you're going to really, really stand out, and people are going to accept the fact that you have a future orientation. You know what people are going to want in the future, and you're helping them start that trend. So you're like a trendsetter.
Wow. Thank you.
So good luck to you, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Helen's couch.
Is he in Aquarius too?
You're a Taurus, right?
I want to go into
Taurus? We got a few Taurus.
Definitely Taurus. My daddy was May 2nd. My kid sister's May 11th. Our son's May 15th. You don't want us all in the same room.
And my daughter's May 5th, and Leah's May 3rd, and she's April 28th. We've got
I'll get into Taurus in a minute because there's a positive forecast, but I want to discuss the planets on July 29th, 1998. So when you were born, you had the sun in Leo and the moon in Libra. This is a very, very positive combination for creativity, for artistic ability, for reaching audiences, for being center stage. So that's all good, and you were able to overcome all the adversity because of that positive energy. Now you had Uranus in Aquarius, which is his sign, and is opposite Leo. Uranus is the planet of distance, separation, unsettled, but also incredible talent. So as a result of him being in Aquarius, you were separated from him. Now you have two planets that are problematic. You have Venus in Cancer and Mars in Cancer. Cancer rules the family. Cancer rules the mother. These are negative to the moon in Libra. So as a result, and this is the thing that's a Cancer karma, people who are Cancer people are very attached to their family, but especially when Mars, the aggravator, is in Cancer, it means that there's problems with the family. You lose the family, you have issues with the family. So this was something that happened because of the planets when you were born. So it has nothing to do with you personally, other than you were subject to unhappiness and the breakup of the family. And this is something the Cancer people mostly have to overcome.
Got all that? That's Cancer. That's all for. Those were for all Taurus, or just specifically for?
We're speaking specifically about her horoscope because The moon was a negative aspect to these two Cancer
Oh.
planets, which caused the breakup of the family and all the problems and heartache that it brought with it. But like you
Macy.
said, with the adversity and the fact that your sun and moon were in positive aspect with each other, you were able to overcome and excel in what you're doing, and you're moving ahead, and you're influencing and helping other people.
Wow.
That's
Look
her
at you. That's
specifically?
Macy.
Macy specifically.
Now, as far as Taurus, we're all in Taurus. Happy birthday to all the Taurians.
Happy Taurus season.
Now, for the past 5 years, you've had Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus, as I said, leads to instability, leads to distance, leads to separation, and leads to the inability to make things last. So there was a lot of stops and starts. And Taurus they hate change, they like stability, and they like to be in control of things. So Uranus takes the control away from you. But you've learned to overcome, and now your abilities, your technical ability, your Taurus also rules the Epicurean food, the home. And so Taurus is my home is my castle, and Taurus is Mother Earth, so Taurians are wonderful parents. Now, for the past year, since last May, Jupiter, the lucky planet, which goes to a sign once every 12 years, was in Taurus. It's in Taurus now, and so this is your once in 12-year lucky cycle. So anything that you did in the past year should start showing growth, should be very successful, and you should think about what happened 12 years ago and work on that and develop anything that was positive 12 years ago and anything that was negative 12 years ago you need to change and overcome and fix. Now today, of all days, Venus, the planet of love and romance and happiness, has just entered Taurus. So now you have a month. Jupiter will be in Taurus until May 24th. So now is the time that you're going to find success. You're going to move ahead, launch your brand, get yourself out there, which is what you're doing, and you're going to find that the success that you started a year ago is going to come into income, because now Jupiter, when it changes into Gemini, is going into your sector of income and earnings, so you're going to start making some money now.
He's
I
a
gotta
Taurus
tell you,
also?
And you know, the strange thing is, the owner, is a Taurus. He's looking for a wife. I know this for a fact.
Does she need to speak Italian or Spanish? I got a daughter in D.C. who's a Taurus.
Okay, that's not part of the program, but anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that the things that you're saying, now it means that his wine and his oils should do very well, yes?
Yes, and with Venus in your sign, it increases your popularity. It's a good time for romance. It's a good time for marriage. It's a good time to move ahead and get benefits through women.
Oh, he's gonna love this bit of news.
You're going to translate?
I'm going to translate the whole thing. I'm going to tell him, amore.
Now,
But
when Jupiter goes into Gemini, also this is a wonderful time for Aquarius and Leo, and that is going to be a lucky cycle. So you can connect with Geminis, and you'll move ahead with the Gemini.
Wow.
And it's good for Aquarius.
Now, I got to ask our guest over here. 12 years ago, I saw you looking at the stars. You remember?
I was trying to figure out what I was
What'd you do?
I was trying to...
Use your mic.
Really trying to remember. I was probably having a very good time. I really don't.
You're having a good time?
Glenn, there's your mic.
You don't remember having ever a bad time?
Well, for the past... I live a charmed life. So...
Were you with him 12 years ago?
Oh, God. Well, we want to know how Cancers and Taurus do, because, you know what I mean? Any insight can help.
Wow.
25 years in October.
I think it's a little late to
That's
ask
wonderful.
that, buddy.
25 years in October.
Never asked.
Cancer and Taurus is a wonderful combination. It's earth. Taurus is earth. Cancer is water. Water nourishes the earth. They both love home. They both love family. They both love food.
Oh, yeah.
They have a lot in common.
Amen.
And they're both emotional and sensual. So sexually, they're also compatible.
There you go.
I would hope so.
Nina,
You don't need me to
Nina,
tell
are
you
you
that,
a Taurus
right?
also?
My birthday after all, right?
So our whole family is Taurus.
You're a
Like
Taurus
Mike
too.
said, he's May 1st. My father was May 2nd. My son-in-law is May 14th.
Wow.
My son is May 15th. My son's mother-in-law is May 16th. I think I forgot myself. I'm May 11th.
Oh, wow, you're all Taurus.
My husband's brother is May 22nd, but that's on the cusp. So a lot of
A lot of Taurus.
bulls.
And April is also.
A lot of stubborn bulls.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk on the microphone? Oh,
Yes,
God.
April and Leah. Eileen, what are you?
Eileen is Aquarius.
April's birthday was
April
Sunday.
Taurus
We
starts
got a whole
April
bunch of
21st.
we got a whole bunch of birthdays in here. We have to sing happy birthday to.
Eileen, what are you?
Dawn, you're
birthdays.
Taurus as well?
Aquarius.
Oh, you're Aquarius. My
Taurus?
daughter's Aquarius.
No, I'm
January
Aries.
22nd. She's January 31st.
I'm an Aries, you're a Pisces,
Oh, you're
but everyone
Aries.
else seems to be a Taurus in
A
here.
Taurus, the whole world revolves around.
And the Tauruses have it right now. They've got Venus in Taurus, the Sun in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus, and Uranus in Taurus. This is a time for Taurus to move ahead, and you've been waiting 5 years for this opportunity.
Can you people give me the lotto numbers? The time is now.
Those are unpredictable.
How's Freddie doing these days, Helen?
But I find that signs run in families.
Well, they're a family. They got a lot of signs.
But you got a lot of Tauruses. They're all stubborn. Don't try to tell them what to do. They'll double down.
Absolutely true.
And
Just give
so-
Freddie coffee. You're good to go.
I'm very flexible. My friends all say I'm flexible. No, I'm just
You can
saying.
vouch for that. You can bottle your
Now, the
coffee.
other thing that Taurus has to watch is the weight. You know, so they like rich food. They like gourmet food, wine, and drink. And so,
Cleanse like what?
yes, so you have to watch the weight.
They love
Amazing.
to eat. But you know, eating is a sign of having a good time.
Exactly.
That's the problem. When you're having a good time, you don't know when to stop, right?
You have to do things in moderation, not be obsessive compulsive.
All right.
All the fixed
Only-
signs have a tendency to be
Only
obsessive
be drunk 6
compulsive.
days a week and you're good to. No, I'm only kidding. What is that?
Oh, don't
What is
even
wrong with your
tell me.
phone?
I don't even know.
Now, as far as Aquarius is concerned, Pluto has not been in Aquarius for 248 years. So this is the first time that Aquarius is experiencing the transformation, the inner uprising of the self, and trying to deal with all these new ideas and new creative and inventive talents that they didn't know they had. One thing that you have to do when Pluto goes into your sign is you have to get rid of the subconscious negativity. Just let it go. Realize what it is, whatever's negative, whatever's holding you back, whatever baggage you have, you need to release it so that you can move ahead, and that way the energies can flow through your system. The creative, religious, spiritual energies can flow through your system so that you can do good for society. Aquarius is all about the group, the community, the society, and helping people.
I believe that. My brother was like that.
And how about you, Sunshine?
How about her? Did we get her?
Macy, we did Macy.
Yeah, we did. She said that my Libra is in Moon, which I really do feel like that saved me because I feel like Leos get a lot of negative perspectives from other people, and I'm surprised to hear about the Cancer too because I didn't realize that was such a negative thing too. But
It would have been really good if at the time that you had the upheaval, which was when Pluto went opposite those Cancer planets, if you would have had your horoscope done, if somebody would have explained to you why things were happening in your life and how to overcome them. All I can say is with Mars in Cancer, they have a tendency to feed on negative energy, so you have to be positive, you have to overcome, and you have to realize that you had karma to overcome and you did it, so now you can move ahead and be free of all that negativity.
I'm definitely
Just let
free.
it go.
I love that. Yeah, my girlfriend is a Libra, so I feel like that's a good balance as well. And her Venus is in Scorpio, and mine is in Cancer. And I know that Cancers and Scorpios are very compatible. So I feel like she does a really good job of grounding me, which is what Bradley is so great at. I feel like for me, I definitely struggle with that because I get in my head very quickly. So to have that, my girlfriend to really ground me and learn how to be present and just, really be free of all of that is great.
So you have to overcome that. You have to stand guard at the door of your thoughts and not let negative thoughts and feelings in. Stay positive, Leo, and And you'll move ahead. And now Mars just went into Aries today. Mars is in your sign. Mars is good for Leo in Aries. They're both fire signs. So now it's a time to spark ambition, enthusiasm, to be outgoing, to be gregarious, to talk to people, to connect with people, and opportunities will come. This is a 6-week cycle. Now for Aries, with Mars in your sign, you're going to have to balance your energy so you don't use them all up at once, because they don't get replaced for 6 weeks. So no anger, no upsets, just positive energy, moving ahead, being ambitious, working with other people, and that will help Aries. And you've been held back for like 6 weeks now, so it's time for you to move ahead.
It's time to grow and do. Now I'm afraid to
Now we
ask.
drive everybody nuts.
Now,
not me. I've had my
how's
run.
He's okay?
Yeah, he's got that Mars out of his sign. Yes.
Mars is out of yours and into mine.
That's right. Field goal, they kicked it to you. And you run with the ball. So I'm chill. Everything's good?
Everything is good.
I'm about to enter a new quadrant in my life. So I hope you're right, because starting
I'm
tomorrow
always
is a
right.
whole-
You know that.
I know.
Yeah,
sometimes, I know.
She told you that last
yeah,
week.
Yeah, I know.
You told him last week business was changing for him.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that ain't
Yeah, well, you're always right.
That ain't always comfortable.
Well, she told you that too.
Pisces isn't comfortable with too much reality, so you have to get down there and do things and be involved. And you can't, sit around and be negative. You have to be positive. You have to get out there. But Mars is positive now for your Aquarian planets, which is in your group house. So get out there.
Be positive, see?
Enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Anybody want more coffee? Ella dijo que tú vas a conocer el amor de tu vida ahora. Hoy empieza el amor del toro para ti.
It's good, yes.
He wants to know what time does the good luck start.
He wants to know what?
What time does his good luck start?
Today, as of 11 o'clock
a las
this
11.
morning, it started.
A las 11 empezó.
That's about when he walked in the door, by the way.
Y todo en tu vida va a cambiar. Y ahora es el tiempo del vino y el aceite para tener año próspero. Sí. Y el amor va a ser muy profundo.
Gracias. De nada.
Buenas suertes, caballero.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it on up. More to come on the other side of this break. Get your tickets for the J.C. Dreesen concert. You can follow Helen at Cosmic Astrology Society on social media.
Maybe we can have Helen come out on May 14th and sit her at a booth and she says, get your...
Remember like Lucy used to do?
Yeah, doctors.
Ask the doctor. Helen is in. More to come. We'll be right back.
That's an idea.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
The abuse of opioids and heroin is killing people. Recover Now is a new national movement to help you curb your addiction. You can get help now, right now, and you can get clean in as little as 7 to 30 days. So don't wait, change your life. Call the number on your screen right now. We can help. You could have a brand new life in as little as 7 to 30 days. You can change your life. Call the number on your screen right now.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina, along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available. So don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know what I just found out? It was supposed to be the girls only, and he snuck in.
Glenn snuck in. Aren't you glad you did? How long are you in town?
Tomorrow we find out whether they cut me up tomorrow or next week. We don't know.
But you're here for a while. You got to connect yourself. You are connected. We're both connected. Well, our doors are always open, and Freddie's always making coffee.
I'm here.
There's always a pot of coffee brewing at the Brooklyn Cafe.
And hopefully we pour some wine and have some olive oil. That bread. Where'd you get the bread?
Casa Duce.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We should do a show in there.
They would let us.
It looks like Modern Rose kind of.
Wow, but that bread was amazing. Not that I had any, but it looked.
We went through two loaves. Their food is delicious, so I got to contact her. I met her she had another location over in Royal Palm Plaza, and she said, I met you. So we got to do something with them. 100%. All right, before we wrap this up, Helen, you got some other info for us?
I wanted to talk about the Kent State massacre that happened on May 4th,
The shooting?
1970.
The
yes.
shooting?
So I was at Kent State at the time.
Wow.
What happened was everybody was against the war in Vietnam, so the radicals came in from Berkeley to Kent State. They got all the students riled up, and the result was everybody was against ROTC, which was the Army branch of Kent State. They had like 4 wood buildings that were still there from the 20s, so the radicals came and set the buildings on fire. As a result, because the National Guard had already been assembled for another race riot somewhere else, they sent in the National Guard. We had guardsmen with guns standing everywhere we went on campus, and everything was fine until one of them, the students got together and had a demonstration. They were told not to, and somebody got nervous and fired a shot, and 4 students were shot. And so this is now, Jupiter was with Uranus, now Jupiter is with Uranus again, and so the unrest has started, and I'm worried that it's not going to stop until somebody gets hurt. So hopefully they'll be able to resolve the problem, but I don't know that the police can solve it. It might just be something like Kent State. The riots and demonstrations didn't end until the National Guard was called in.
Well, this one is a little bit different because this time there's no resolution to, if you looked at what happened again in Colombia, it's really difficult what they want to stop. I mean, it's massive what they wanted to stop. And not right, wrong, and different. I don't have an opinion, but it's difficult. And they took over a building yesterday. And then now it's going to get for serious. So now they have to
Now it's going to get serious. But as I told you when Pluto went into Aquarius several months ago, that you were going to see political unrest and people rising up.
You were right, again.
And I don't want to be right, but yeah, it's...
It's one of those rights you wish never happened. I used to hang out exactly where it's going on in Columbia. I used to date Magda. I lived across the street.
You were 12.
She's across the street from Columbia University.
Wow.
And then I worked down there with my father. So I know exactly where they're at and exactly what's going on there. And the problem is that this one does not have a resolution. So unless you find a pocket of where the mines can come to a head, they're not even going to stop for graduation because they want it cleaned up for graduation. They say absolutely not.
They closed the school down. We had to leave within an hour. There was no graduation, and then we didn't have the internet back then, so we had to do all the classes, finish them by mail. It was really, really
Wow.
It's crazy times we live in. Crazy times.
Amazing. Helen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Glad
I
to
really
have
had a
you
good
back.
time.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Now we got donuts, we've got olive oil. Malume's going to be here tomorrow joining us with some music,
Yes, he's
some more
gonna sing
food,
tomorrow,
some more olive oil,
vino,
some more wine. So if you're in the area, come on down to the studio, give us a call. We'll give you the directions to all our studio audience. Leave it, we'll do the dishes. Thank you for joining us. Macy and Bradley, amazing. Our clergymen, thank you for coming in early. Jalen and everyone who helped bring this all to fruition. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks for the hospitality too.
Always.
You serve it up well. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.